This session is going to cover the posting of grades for fourth quarter. When you post grades for fourth quarter, you will also be posting final mark grades. And if you have decided to have the final exam as a separate grade, then you will be posting the fourth quarter final exam as well. If your final exam is part of your fourth quarter grade, then you will not be posting that. If you have forgotten how you set up your term weighting, then you can go back and check that. So I am going to navigate to report card, students. I'm going to check brass ensemble, which is where I have added some grades. So a few things from this screen. First of all, this is a training account, so this is all fake data, which also means that there are additional students in a class, and I intentionally did not add assignments and grades for everybody for pure time's sake. And you might also notice some other differences between this account and your live account. For example, that I am in a fourth quarter posting period, even though the real one does not open until Friday. So for Friday, the 3rd of June, all seniors need to have grades posted. All seniors. You will be posting the fourth quarter grade and the final mark grade. And again, if you have decided to have a final exam as a 5th grade, then you will be posting the fourth quarter final exam as well. Over here on the far right column, this shows you that you have in fact set up term weighting, which I know that all IAS teachers have, which is fantastic. So this will show what you have chosen. If there is a fourth quarter final exam, then that would be listed here as well with a different percentage. So what you will notice is that there are quarter grades and an overall grade for the student. So the fourth quarter grade is still currently being tallied, as is the final mark. But the benefit to this view or this information is to be able to have a conversation with a student, or perhaps with the counselor or the student's parent, to say, currently, as of today, this is what the student would have in fourth quarter and the overall grade. And maybe that student sees that 89.7 and says, okay, let me do a little bit more to guarantee that A, and for the final grade, and they can see that right there. And this is a middle school training account, so we're going to do a little bit of pretending here. Again, Friday, all senior grades are due. You do not want to post the underclassmen grades because they still have a little over 2 weeks of school left. And if you were to post a grade on Friday, and hopefully they do some more work before the end of the year, then that grade will not be accurate. And if we have some parents that are looking at their accounts, their SIS parent accounts, then there would be a discrepancy. For example, if you posted a B and then some student does some work and maybe it ends up being a C. So you do not want to post underclassmen grades on Friday. If in fact a mistake happens, please contact Linda and she will remove that grade for that underclassmen student. Now, really try to not have that happen because she doesn't want to have to remove unnecessary grades. So again, let's use our imagination. Let's pretend this very top student says grade 12, and then let's pretend the students below that all the way through Aisha. Those are 9, 10, and 11th grade students. So on Friday, what you want to do is you want to deselect any underclassmen in that particular class. And then leave only that grade 12 student. And then you will go through the post. And you can, as always, we can see that the grades have been posted. When it comes time for you to post the underclassmen grades for June 21st, you need to do the complete opposite. You need to deselect the seniors. If you do not deselect the seniors and you replace the posted grades from the 3rd with new ones, the domino effect can be very problematic if there is a change, because transcripts are already being updated, report cards, and so on. So it's very, very important for June 21st that you only post the underclassmen. I'm going to show you how to populate the report for a detailed progress report. And at this time of year, it will show the grades for all of the quarters and the final mark on a document that can be shared with the student and have good conversations with them about what still needs to be accomplished before the end of the year to achieve a certain grade. And of course, it can be used to discuss with parents or counselors or whomever is on a need-to-know basis. So in Gradebook, you want to be using the final mark spreadsheet. Click on Reports, and then there are two options. The Detailed Progress Report will show the same information as the summary, except that it has all of the assignments as well. When you choose that report, like the other reports you likely have used through the year, you can run it for all your students. You can just select certain students. These are the default options at the bottom. You can add, you can remove, and click Run Report. And this is what it looks like. So this whole top part, shows the quarter grades and the score and the final mark. So again, this is just as of today. This is essentially a running tally, so when you have those conversations with the students, make sure that they understand that this 4th quarter grade can still change as well as that final mark grade. And then because we ran the detailed, you now see all the assignments. If it was just the summary report, this top part is all you would see. Let me show you again. Final mark spreadsheet, and then reports, detailed or summary, and then run report. Last year, Dr. Garza and the rest of the leadership team said that if a student is in danger of failing a course for the year, a teacher must consider using quality points to determine a student's final grade. Must consider. So what I'm going to show you is how to find that report and then how to add that information to a spreadsheet that IT has provided, which calculates to determine if using quality points improves the grade to help the student. So in SIS, this is your home page. This is where you see your seating chart. Hover over reports, and you will see two options: output type, PDF, or text. We are going to choose text, TXT, and then we're going to choose final mark, quality point calculation. Click on that, and it will show a processing job screen. And then at the bottom, it will have a window asking if you want to open or save. I'm going to click open. And then this is what a TXT file looks like. It is not pretty. It's just a lot of text and a lot of numbers. I am going to select all and copy. And then in the spreadsheet that I said that IT provided, it is on the IT website, intranet under SIS, and I can navigate and show you where that is. There are actually helpful directions in here about exactly what to do. I think one of the things that I like a lot about this spreadsheet is that it's color-coded, and it is quite clear when you look at it when grades, when the quality point can benefit the student. So at the bottom, I'm going to click on Insert Report here. I'm going to paste in the information that we just took from the text file, and then click on Calculation Page. So now you can see data has been inserted, okay? From row 8, which is Shai, maybe is how you say it, and down, intentionally there is no data for those students. I didn't want to be filling in data for the entire class, so just up until Aisha, just to give you a view of what it looks like. So this first one, yellow, the posted report card grade from SIS is different than the gradebook percentage grade. These should be the same. So for example, this could have happened that you posted a C for the first quarter. Second quarter, the student went back and did some work and the grade improved to a B, and a marks change form was not submitted to Linda. Okay, so that is how you can determine if a grade changed. Moving along. Slide all the way down to where you can see the green, okay? Green, quality point grade calculation benefits the student when compared to the gradebook calculated grade for the student. So as you can see, by using this spreadsheet, it calculates at a B plus, as opposed to the B that comes out of the gradebook per numbers. Gray, you have not posted a grade for this grading period. A lot of times this happens with us in IAS because of transfer students transfer grades. Perhaps the student was not in school for the entire first quarter. So again, there's a lot of gray on this page because I intentionally did not add some grades in here. But this student here, Aisha, there are some zeros, and there's also some actual scores of earned grades. And then finally, the red, term weighting is not set. Now you will not see that because I know that all IAS teachers have set their term weighting. Okay, so again, leadership team says you must consider it. Let me walk through the steps again and show you where to find this report. On the home screen, which is where you see your seating chart, hover over Reports, choose TXT, and then Final Mark Quality Point Calculation. And then you will see the not so pretty text file. You select all that and you paste it into the Excel spreadsheet that IT has provided. The Excel spreadsheet to determine the final mark quality calculation points is located on the intranet under the IT site. You pick departments and then information technology. The A to Z index, and then S for SIS. More information, teacher view, documentation, And then under reports, the Quality Point Helper spreadsheet. XLSX is the extension for Excel. So again, the Quality Point Helper spreadsheet.